Your next final comic coming to the stage. He's from Paducah, Kentucky. His comedy credits include opening for Ben Kronberg and meeting Reggie Watts. Put your hands together for Jesse Barfield! I came out like a hipster stone cold. Can I get a hell yeah? A hell yeah. Kale. There we go. Actually, I brought this beer for this guy right here. We've been picking on you all night, so here you go, sir. He's wearing a red shirt, a red hat, and overalls. He's a redneck Mario over here. Hey, it's me, Mario. Give me back my damn princess. Now, you're a good guy, sir. Thank you for being awesome. My name's Jesse Barfield. I do stand-up comedy, I do improv, and I do music comedy. In the industry, that's called a triple threat, but my mom calls it a triple disappointment. I'm just kidding, I disappoint everybody in my life. Any married people in the crowd? There you go, girl. Way to rub it in. I'm divorced. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your shared Netflix accounts and your Home Depot shopping sprees. We get along though. We have a kid together. We co-parent pretty well. His name's Carson. He's 5 years old. He's pretty smart, but he's funnier than me, and he doesn't even try. Like last Halloween, he was like, "Dad, I want to be Batman," and I was like, "Cool, awesome." But then I started thinking to myself, "Oh shit, Batman's dad was gunned down in an alley," and I was like, "Well, son, hold on a second. Who am I going to be?" And he looked at me and he goes, "You can be Alfred. You know, the butler, you know." And I was like, "Why Alfred?" And he's like, "Because you bring me food." And I was like, "Yeah, you're correct." He's a smart kid though. I'll pick him up from school. I do different voices with him. His favorite voice is Kermit the Frog. I'd be like, "How was your day at school, son?" He'd be like, "No, I want to talk to Kermit." So I'm like, "Kermit the Frog here, how was your day at school?" So I'd be talking to him as Kermit the whole time. But then I realized Kermit's the voice you don't want to have during road rage. You know, you sit there talking to him like, "Yeah, okay, that's cool. Hey, use your blinker, you son of a bitch!" No! No! It's fun stuff. I mentioned earlier I do the music comedy. I beatbox into loopers, and I'll like dick around. There you go, one person, thank you. So I beatbox a little bit on the Facebook. I'll on Facebook Live and practice a little bit. I'll be like, "Kermit the Frog here. Kermit the Frog here. Kermit the Frog." Shit like that. That's the only thing I like Facebook for, is that right there, practicing the old whatever video stuff. You guys like Facebook? You guys like the Facebooks? There you go. There's one thing I don't like about Facebook. It's the people who give themselves unnecessary middle names. You know what I'm talking about, like the guys like Carl B. Ballin Johnson, Tiffany, Queen of the Trap Johnson. They're not related, those are examples, but then I started thinking to myself, what if they use those names outside of the Facebook world? Like at a doctor's office. Yes, Stacy Big Booty on Fleek. Big Booty on Fleek, the doctor will see you now. Or at the Starbucks. Yes, pumpkin spice latte for Jamal Come Fucks With Me Davis. Come fucks with me Davis, your pumpkin spice is ready. Or at a job interview, well, Mr. Barfield, please, sir, call me by my Facebook government name. All right, Mr. King Dingaling, welcome to Burritoville. I'm a huge nerd. You guys nerds? You guys? I like Star Wars. You guys like Star Wars? Yes.
Not the new stuff.
I love Star Wars, but I'm glad it happened in a galaxy far, far away instead of here in the South. Could you imagine if Star Wars happened here in the South? May the Force be with y'all. And then the Catholics, and also with y'all. R2-D2 had mud tires on them. Salt Life sticker on the back. Stick figure family, a little BB-8 at the bottom. Chewbacca. What Arrow say? I say carburetor's messed up. Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. And also your uncle. Keep kissing your sister. I love Huntsville. This is my third time being in this area for doing comedy. You guys are amazing, actually. The first time I came to Huntsville, I accidentally bought meth. You want to hear that story? You want to hear that story? If you're not familiar with meth, in my state from Kentucky, it's like our state flower, you know? We learn all the government names and the meth. Okay. Well, I had a toothache real bad. You guys had bad toothaches, you know, where that pain is like pounding your fucking jaw, you know, and your oral gel. And so it's a 4-hour drive, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to put some ice on this. So I put a Ziploc bag, fill it full of ice cubes, and I'll hold it to my jaw the whole drive down here, okay? But 4 hours into it, you know, it's melted, it's all gone. This is a bag of water. So by this time, I'm still holding the bag of ice, and I'm like pulling up to like a random 4-way, screaming things like, "You son of a bitch, you hurt me, why are you doing this to me?" And some random family, little boy's looking at me, and is like, "Daddy, why is that man yelling at his goldfish?" So I pull up to a gas station, I dump the water out, and I run in there. I'm fucking just out of my mind. I'm like, "I need ice! I need ice!" This guy looks at me, he goes, "How many grams?" And I was like, that's a weird way to measure ice. 20? 20 grams of ice should do it. And then he sees the car, and it's like out of state, you know, license plates. And he's like, "Wait a minute, are you a cop?" And I thought this would give me ice faster. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm a cop! Give me the ice!" And then I was kicked out of the pilots. The Flying J, as they call it. You know what I mean? It's fun stuff. I like to travel. I have a real job, though. Fucking, you guys got real jobs? You got a real job? Yeah, a real job. Yeah, I agree with that. What? Work at the what? Possum Inn? What is that? Is that a strip club? Okay. I work at a casino. You guys ever been to a casino before? If you've never been to a casino, it's like a grown-up version of a Chuck E. Cheese. You got loud machines, lights, people wearing diapers. You meet a lot of crazy characters there at the old casino business. There was this one guy, huge NASCAR fan, loved, his favorite NASCAR driver was Dale Earnhardt. I'm talking number three. His entire outfit was a blackjack. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. And he asked me one day, he's like, "Hey Jesse, how do you play poker?" And I try to like relate it to something they like. So I'm thinking NASCAR stuff, and I'm like, okay. Well, imagine aces are Dale Earnhardt's. And kings are Richard Petty's, and queens are Jeff Gordon's. Now, I don't know much about NASCAR, but if you make fun of Jeff Gordon, you're in the club, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he knows. So, you know, we settled the thing. He walks away, he turns around, he goes, "Hey, wait a minute, Jesse, what are deuces?" And the first name that popped in my head was Tony Stewart. And he was like, "Oh, so deuces run over and kill people?" It happens. Let's move on. Praise Dale. Meet a lot of crazy characters. I was on roulette, and this African-American couple comes up, and he bets black every time. Every time he bets black. And I was spinning the ball, and I hit red every time. And he's losing his ass off, you know. And his wife looks at him and says, the only thing black you hitting at this table is me. And he gives me the look, and I'm like, what's he gonna say here? He's like, I bet my wife. And I said, sir, you can't do that. My boss hears this. He's like, Jesse, that's a bet. Spin the ball. So I spin the ball, and I'm thinking back to my training. I'm like, okay, do I, if he wins, do I pay him another wife? I've been married before. That's not a win, you know what I'm saying? If he loses, do I take his wife back with me? I mean, I don't know. We probably won't get along that much. Long story short, me and my black wife, we're ready for the new Avengers movie! Woo! Snap! Too soon? They'll come back, you know they will. Spoiler alert. I was on the craps game. It's a loud game on the craps dice table. And there was this guy, he's one of those guys that whispers. He's one of those guys, you know. And so it's kind of hard to hear him. You have to be very vocal with this game. And so it kind of dies down, and he's like, hey Jesse, guess what? I'm excited for this weekend. I got a show. And I was like, a show? He's like, yeah, I'm a hype man. And I was like, a hype man? Like for a rapper? He's like, yeah. So I could picture him was like coming out to his stage and be like, hey motherfuckers, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Put your hands up when I say hey. You say ho, hey. Ho. Hey. Ho. Every time I do that joke, the crowd whispers back to me. They're like, ho? I'm like, no, we don't do that part. That's good stuff though. I'm going to end on this one. Another little crazy character I met there. It's the sweet little old ladies, you know, the fanny packs and the walkers with the tennis balls. But you can never judge a book. I know, you can never judge a book by its cover. I was on blackjack. She comes up to my table. She buys in. So we start playing blackjack. She gets 19, I get 20. She gets 20, I get 21, and I'm kicking her ass, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time this is going on, a housefly flies around, lands right on my hand, and without a beat, she looks at me and says, even the flies think you're a piece of shit. And I said, lady, I'm getting my black wife after you, come on! Come on. Then my hype man came out, whoop that ass, motherfucker. Huntsville, you've been great. Thank you guys so much. I'm Jesse Barfield. Have a good night.